pattern for life. If you look on the back of your pattern envelope, you will see the main reasons why we decided on this theme. Just as the pattern envelope prepares you for constructing your garment, FHA prepares you for life. This pattern envelope contains many pieces of valuable information that FHA teaches you that may also be used in life. You have to consider your pattern figure type, body measurement, and the garment design before you begin sewing. It is the same in life. You decide on the type of lifestyle you want to live, hopes and dreams to be achieved, and goals you set for yourself in high school. After making a selection of these values, set out to achieve and accomplish them. Don't sit back and let people do it for you. Accomplish your dreams and goals on your own and be proud of what you do. FHA helps to prepare you for these values of life, which can give you great confidence in yourself. At this time, I'd like to ask you to all go eat. I don't know. What is that? Wait. Okay. Okay. At this time, we'll have the response from Juanita.
I knew she didn't want me to get up here and talk. That's okay. We're here tonight to celebrate a new milestone in your life, and in the lives of these girls here tonight that has been reached this year. For some of you, it is the joy of getting through another year of school. But for others, it is a time of excitement and a touch of sadness as you bid farewell to friends in anticipation of graduation. In a few weeks, you seniors will be enrolling in a full-time school called life. Each day in this school, you will have lessons, some pleasant, some not. But learning never ends. And throughout your years in FHA, Mrs. Frisbee has assigned lessons to help give you a pattern for life. Your education at Minco High School is like the steps of a ladder, which should only serve to hold your foot long enough to help you to climb another step higher. It is not designed for long rest or for stopping, and you have been provided the basic tools and materials that you need to take that next step up on your ladder of life. What you do with them is up to you. The choice is yours. Today's teenagers are getting a great amount of advice, emphasizing a powerful little word called no. Donna will tell you that's the only word in my vocabulary. Each of you have heard that word since you were toddlers and could crawl around and get into things. It is a very important word if it's spoken at the right time, in the right situation, in the right way, and to the right person. We are lucky to live in a country that gives us the freedom to make choices in our life. That freedom means that you can let peer pressure control you. You can experiment with drugs and alcohol. You can compromise your moral standards. But when you exercise this freedom to choose, you must realize you are not free to control the consequences of your choice. The wrong choice can seriously affect your future. And on a typical day, almost 1,700 high school students drop out of school. Over 4,000 teenagers run away from home. More than 27 teens become pregnant. 2,700 teens become pregnant. And over a dozen will commit suicide in one day. These are discouraging statistics. but you can make a difference by saying yes to what is right. Set a goal of developing characteristics of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Last summer, Mrs. Frisbee and your officers met together to plan the calendar events and monthly meetings. They discussed and debated on projects and programs they thought would be fun and interesting and maybe a little educational. These goals were established to accomplish a purpose in FHA during this school year. If these planning sessions had not taken place, do you think you would have gotten anything done this year? The same principles apply for your life. Establishing goals make the difference between being a drifter and a doer. Without them, you are unable to be successful, to meet the challenge and the struggles that you encounter each day. Take from your experiences the lessons you have learned. Establish goals by talking to teachers and counselors who you think can best qualify to help you. And above all, consider your alternatives and consequences of your choices. It's my sincere desire that each of you girls will be successful in obtaining your high hopes towards a meaningful future. I hope you enjoy your food tonight. Thank you.
Next, Julie Davis will give her invocation, and after that, if we'd all go over to the tables and line up, and if you wouldn't mind, please let the FHA officers go first so they can prepare for the rest of the instructions for the program.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day that you have given us. I thank you for this meal that you have provided for us. I ask that you would let each and every one of us have a safe trip home. In Jesus' name, amen.
If you're still in, you can go ahead and finish. If all FHA members would please stand for the opening ceremony. You can turn to your green guide sheet. We are the future makers of America. Our goal is to help youth assume their roles in society through home economics, education, in areas of personal growth, family life, vocational preparation, and community involvement. Officers, our activities focus on individual growth, preparation for family life, development of occupational skills, and careers, participation of youth in today's society. Members, as we work toward the accomplishment of our goals, we learn cooperation, take responsibility, develop leadership, and give service. The 8th meeting of the Minco chapter of the Future Makers of America is now in session. You may be seated. Next on our agenda is the thought for the day from Lenny Malcolm. When they told me to do this, I was thinking, oh great, get that little thought of the day book. I know it looks like a pretty good one, but I thought it's my senior year, so I make one up, and I hope y'all think it's funny, because my ex-boyfriend didn't think it was, so I said thanks for that encouragement. But you have to know Miss Frisbee, and most of you do know her and my mother, so you'll definitely think this is funny, I know. My thought of the day, you have asked me to say, I must
If I can read my writing too. I must say, I think every day. I know what Mrs. Frisley would say. Always keep your finances tucked away. But of course, always have time to shop. I even know what my mother would say. The world's a circus, and we're all clowns performing in it, so make sure and perform good every day. So I guess my thought of the day would be this. Keep your red nose on, your finances tucked down here, keep your arms open wide, and spread some good cheer. Thank you.
Okay, next we have the patriotic presentation by Angie Starkey.
I am a country, but more than a country, I am over 200 years old, but my mountains, forests, and rivers are ageless. Before I was a dream in the minds of mortal men, there were beautiful realities in the hands of the beneficent Creator. I am a nation, but I am more than a nation. I am a republic of 50 sovereign states, each with its own heritage and individual greatness, each a vital part of the indivisible whole, the United States of America. I am a government, but I am more than a government. I am a symbol of plenty, a model of representative government, a hallmark of freedom, justice, and independence to hundreds of millions throughout the world. I am a melting pot, but I am more than a melting pot. I am a haven for the oppressed, a living adventure in brotherhood, a community of compassion, and a dynamic example of liberty under law, opportunity with responsibility, and democracy through equality. My name is America.
Next is our introduction of guests by Amanda Gossett.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. It's everyone that comes makes this program possible. And actually, this weekend I was talking to this girl, and it was at the district election. Anyway, and I asked her when her banquet was, and she said, well, we don't even have banquets. She said, our FHA program has gone so downhill. She said, no one comes when we have banquets, and it's awful. And so I go, well, that's one of our best organizations. I said, that's what, everyone goes to those, and it's exciting, we decorate, and so I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and if we could have the faculty stand, the parents, and any guests, and school board members stand, and we'll give a big round of applause. Thank you for coming, and if everyone would, I'm sorry, I told you that, but y'all would all come into the auditorium, we have a small skit for y'all.
Do we have to pack the box?
Hi, my name is Anna. I like to play in the sand, here with my dog Ruth Ann. I played in my daddy's grain bin a lot, time and time again. Me, my best friend, and my dog makes 3.
As I grew older, things started to change, and some of these things made me act strange. I stopped playing with dolls and all of my toys. Instead, I spent time looking at boys.
I graduated from high school in '78. I was excited to leave, although high school had been great. I started thinking of serious things, college, babies, and wedding rings. I went to college at OSU, from which I graduated in '82.
I met George, the desk clerk, at my dorm. and my thoughts began to swarm. He finally asked me out on a date. My hopes and spirits seemed to elate.
We moved to Tattle when we were married. At first, being on our own was rather scary.
I got a job at Minco High, teaching cooking, sewing, and how to live through the troubles of life. I have 2 kids, Megan and Eric. I try my best to be a good parent. I do not yet know where my future will lead, but in home economics I strongly believe. Home ec will be a part of me until the end. I hope it is for you too, my friends.
There were no angry words at all as we carried boxes down the hall. One by one we put them in your car. Nothing much for us to say. One last goodbye and you drove away. I watched your tail lights as they faded in the dark. Couldn't face the night in that lonely bed, so I lay down on the couch instead. Last night I prayed that my soul to keep. When I cried myself to sleep, so sure I wouldn't go home without you. Oh, and Lord, the sun is blinding me as it wakes me from the dark. I guess the world didn't stop my broken heart. Clock's still ticking, life goes on. The radio still plays a song as I try to put my scattered thoughts in place. It takes all the strength I've got to stumble to the coffee pot. First of many long mornings I face. Oh, you come to see if I'm okay. I look out my window and I'll just say, last night I prayed that my soul was keep. Oh, then I cried myself to sleep, so sure I wouldn't go home without you. Oh, and Lord, the sun is blinding me as it wakes me from the dark. I guess the world didn't stop my broken heart. No, I guess the world ain't gonna stop my broken heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. Next is our slide presentation by Jenny Workman, Truth Perkins, and Sharon Whitmer. Next is Mrs. Frisbee, and she's going to be doing the presentation of the awards.
Good evening. Well, I think these next officers that are coming up next year are awfully sneaky. They have several things planned tonight that Donna, I, and several of the people don't know about, so you can't say that they aren't enthusiastic and energetic. And I'm not sure whether I just talked too much in class and that's why they pretty much had the skit right. She did ask me a few questions on a little interview, but they pretty much had it pegged. I'm proud of the students' creativity and responsibility in doing everything it takes to get our banquet ready. They've done a nice job and I commend their efforts. This is a nice way to sew up the year. Get ready, it's 4 pages of it. Parents, I'm glad for those of you that show your support to our organization and to your children by coming tonight. Thank you especially to Juanita for her lovely response, and also to Nancy Malcolm and Becky Fitzgerald for your help as sponsors throughout the year, whether it's at a cluster meeting, contest, or state meetings. It's greatly appreciated, and I enjoy the great shopping partners. Faculty, support, and administration, as always, I appreciate all of your cooperation and support throughout all of the year's activities and interruption. Our FHA is lucky to have such an understanding and cooperative school system to work with. Board members, I appreciate you taking time to come to our banquet amidst all the other busy end of the school year activities you're invited to attend. FHA, a pattern for life. As you probably already know, FHA is unique in the fact that it is the only student organization that focuses on the family and life skills. But what you probably didn't know was all the similarities there are between our students preparing themselves for life through FHA and them also preparing to sew. Just as in any project, there usually are tasks you need to do before you can get to the heart of the matter. In preparing to sew, you need to learn how to read the pattern instruction sheet and how to identify pattern pieces. In life, we also need to learn how to interpret the instruction sheet and put together the various pieces. In sewing, you must learn how to fit your pattern, get the fabric ready to sew, as well as lay out, cut, and mark the fabric. In life, you must learn how you fit into society. You get ready through 12 years of school, and then perhaps college, vo-tech, or on-the-job training. You lay out your path by setting goals, cut with enthusiasm, and make your marks in society as teachers, lawyers, doctors, accountants, daycare directors, fashion designers, carpenters, engineers, researchers, moms, dads, wives, husbands, friends, and so on. That's all I can think of. If each of these jobs are handled carefully and understood, then the project should go together rather smoothly. Next, we need to examine the tools we'll need to complete our project. Now, the two tools that you use for any job should help to make the job easier. The small pieces of a sewing equipment used for cutting, marking, measuring, and pressing can make sewing faster, easier, and more fun. In comparison, as you cut your way through life, some of you will find your edges getting raveled from unexpected life events such as job layoffs, babies, children, teens, deaths, accidents, marital problems, and natural disasters, and so on. As a result, it's essential to keep the pinking shears handy to finish those frayed edges. The crisis techniques that FHA tried to encounter and sometimes tackled will hopefully give you some guidance through the ravel times. When you measure the pattern and fabric as you sew, the tape measure and seam gauge are helpful. You will need to use these in life to measure your successes and failures. Grow from the successes, learn from the failures, as so often we did with our FHA activities. Remember the great talent shows, the exciting cluster meetings, the fun state meetings, the beautiful banquets, and suspenseful scavenger hunts? Remember the critical issue workshops, the Little Miss Minco contest, and the February meeting that we didn't get organized and carried out? You can see the successes, though, far outweigh the failures. Marking is next. This equipment will help you identify important construction points on your project. Likewise, the FHA decision-making process helps identify the important steps in making major life decisions that affect your future goals. Pressing will help you give your sewing project a finished and professional look. Pressing on in life through good times as well as disappointing times while learned through FHA competitive events and officer responsibilities will help give that professional style of determination to succeed or at least survive. Last but not least, I'll talk about the sewing essentials you need to have to complete the project. And seniors, if you'll come forward for a minute, I'd like you to just kind of line up here in front. Seniors, as you're sewing up your last year of high school and preparing to design new lifestyles, make sure to take with you some straight pins to hold yourself together. A pin cushion and emery is handy to hold the pins on the days you are together, and the emery to smooth off the rough spots when they appear. The ripper, of course, is necessary to carry so you can correct any crooked or skipped stitches of life. And most helpful in facing the beginning of a new phase of life is the thimble. I have a golden thimble to give to each of the seniors tonight as a reminder to you that when you face the future with warm courage and high hope, and you have the clear consciousness of seeking old and precious values, and as you build your homes, that you will be protected from the sharp points that are sometimes waiting for you in the tough world. I chose the golden color rather than the silver because it's a sign of the top achievement that you can make. It's the best, the number one. It's the best, which is what I wish for you all. Officers, as some of you graduate and some of you continue next year in different offices, I want you to know the honor that you've held or are going to hold is important. And I'm very proud of the outgoing officers. And I look forward to working with the new. Before I hand out the officer gifts, I'd like to read a poem to share how I feel about the students I work and share with every day. I thought of this from something Lenny said in my class the other day. It says, I believe in you. I want to tell you that I believe in you. I believe in your mind and all the dreams, intelligence, and determination within you. You can accomplish anything. You have so much open to you. So please don't give up on what you want from life or from yourself. Please don't put away the dreams inside of you. You have the power to make them real. You have the power to make yourself exactly what you want to be. Believe in yourself the way I do, and nothing will be beyond your reach. At this time, I'd like to present some gifts to my officers. We've had a great year. As Juanita said, we started out the year planning. We had a full year of plans, and I think we've carried out a good year through all the activities that we focused on. And I don't have these laid out in order, so just as I pick them up, I'll recognize them. Melissa Phillips was our treasurer this year. Angie Starkey is our parliamentarian. Mandy Gossett, reporter. Julie Davis, chaplain. Tawny Scott, student council representative. Laura Hedrick, secretary. Trudy Perkins, historian. Libby is the black sheep. She was an officer last year. She already has her cream mix, so we have to get her black. Last but certainly not least, I have a plaque for Donna Pinkston, who served as our FHA president this year. She's also been my aide throughout the year, and I wasn't a bit emotional until I pulled that plaque out. And I'm going to miss Donna. She's responsible, organized, and I've had a good year working with her.
Okay. Okay. Before we go to install new officers, I would just like to read a poem that Mrs. Frisbee passed out. To all our classes at the beginning of this year, this poem is called Big Dreams. If you can understand me, you know. Okay. If there were ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause, necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart. Something that's your aspiration, something that's your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days here count. Have fun. Dig deep. Stretch. Dream big. Know, though, that things worth doing seldom come easy. There will be good days, and there will be bad days. There will be times when you want to turn around, pack it up, and call it quits. Those times tell you that you are pushing yourself, that you are not afraid to learn by trying. Persist. Because with an idea, determination, and the right tools, you can do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and your heart guide you. Trust. Believe in the incredible power of the human mind, of doing something that makes a difference, of working hard, of laughing and hoping, of lazy afternoons, of lasting friends, of all the things that will cross your path this year. The start of something new brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you, and you will pass this way only once. Do it right. Okay. At this time, I would like to say thanks to a great, energetic lady. She has always been there for anyone who needed to talk. Being in her class makes learning fun. As an officer, I have become very close to this woman. And I will miss the enthusiastic bounce in her walk and the big smile on her face. Not only is she my teacher, but a dear friend that I can always count on. She has taught me many precious values of life. I will cherish the enjoyable years in the FHA Hero chapters under Mrs. Frisbee, our advisor. Mrs. Frisbee, would you please come forward? On behalf of the 1992-93 FHA Hero officers, I would like to present you a small gift of our appreciation. Okay, now we're going to install the officers. Future Homemakers of America. Can you hear me? Okay. The Future Homemakers of America are in regular session to install our officers and explain to them the duties and responsibilities they are about to assume. We have before us the light of the homemaking office, a light which radiates throughout the world. This is the light of our ideals, our purpose, which enables us to make our home, community, nation, and world a happier place in which to live. The following officers have been elected to serve the Future Homemakers of America for the 1993-94 year. President Mandy Gossett, Vice President Julie Davis, Secretary Shauna Clark, Treasurer Lenny McKelvey, Historian Gina Ventress, Parliamentarian Angie Starkey, Reporter Andrea Weiser, Committee Chairperson Connie Scott, Chaplain Brandy Henke, Student Council Representative Shannon Wright. You officers elect must realize that the great honor is being bestowed upon you. Future Homemakers of America have faith and confidence in your ability to lead the organization onward. The pledge of your office signifies your willingness to do this. Please repeat after me. I solemnly promise that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully perform all the duties belonging to the office to which I have been elected. You have heard the pledge that the officers have made. It is important fortunate that each member assists these officers in the performance of their duties. Will the President-elect come forward? The office of the President is one of great responsibility. You want to be pleasant, firm, impartial, considerate, and a real friend to every member of the organization. As incoming President, as official makers of America, you are to be familiar with the duties as President. Vice President. Your duty is to assist the President in all her duties, and in her absence you will succeed her with her, and you will resume her duties and responsibilities. Secretary of Love, you are the another Israeli report is the organization for the chairman. Your duties as parliamentarian would be to rule on points especially concerning parliamentary procedures, to assist in conducting meetings in a business-like way, and to serve as chairman of the Constitutional Committee.
Reporter, you'd like to speak the floor? As reporter, you are to report to our school newspaper and the local newspaper all the activities as a member of the American organization, and you are also to serve as a chairman of the public.
Her duty is providing the professionals for all meetings and assisting me in the conversation.
For the committee chairperson-elect, please step forward. You are to head and present at committee meetings, and to be present at committee meetings and report back to the child.
City Council Representative. Your duty as City Council Representative is to attend all the City Council meetings and report back to the council.
Will the new president-elect please come forward? Okay. By giving you this gavel, I will relinquish to you the position of president of the Minco chapter of Future Filmmakers of America. We are confident that you and the other officers will provide capable leadership.
I'm very excited to be chosen as the new FHA president and feel very honored too. And I think everyone really appreciates all the activities we got to do this year in FHA. And Donna Kingston has been a wonderful president. She's really got things done, and we all appreciate her. And I mean, she's the one that all of us have been able to look up to and has been a good role model for us. And And one thing I like about living in Minco is it's a small town, and we're not just FHA members, we're all friends, and Miss Frisbee's not just our teacher, she's our friend too, and I think she really cares about each and every one of us. And we wish you seniors the best of luck, and we're going to really miss y'all, and because y'all do really good, because y'all have a big success in life, and we have a small message for y'all, so we're going to go back here and get you some letters. And whoever has the F, we figured that the F stood for Never Forget What FHA taught you. And who has the A? That stands for Always Wear a Smile. I know I will be next week. And the R stands for Reach High for Your dreams, your goals. Don't let anyone stop you. Come on. responsibility of making today's decisions that affect our life and the world in which we live. Please repeat the creed with me. We are the future homemakers of America. We are members of FHA and Hero chapters. We face the future with warm courage and high hope. For we have the clear consciousness of seeking every and precious value. For we are the builders of homes, homes of America's future, homes where living will be the expression of everything that is good and fair, homes where truth, love, and security and faith will be realities, not dreams. We are the future homemakers of America. We are members of FHA and Hero chapters. We face the future with warm courage and high hope.